Good afternoon. My name is Marcus Connaghan. I am the chair of the science department at Berendo Middle School, and I'm also a member of our school site council. In my 8 years at Berendo, I've seen many changes. We've been through 4 different principals, and I think it's important to point out that one of our principals was appointed by the district without any input from faculty, staff, or parents, and that was, to put it mildly, a disaster. He was removed by the district for his malfeasance and misappropriation of funds. Former Superintendent Ramon Cortines had to come to our school and apologize personally for how it was mishandled, and he promised to, and I quote, make us, quote, whole again, unquote. Despite some of these setbacks, however, our school has continued to flourish. Our test scores have steadily improved. We're on the vanguard of some of the more advanced initiatives like breakfast in the classroom. But the one thing that hasn't changed is that our school is overcrowded. Even with the transition from being 3 tracks to 1 track, from going from over 3,200 students to fewer than 1,000, our school does not meet district requirements. This diagram here, I apologize for the low tech, this comes from the district's own site analysis, and it shows that, amongst other things, our library is too small, our food services and dining area are too small, our gym is too small even to play basketball. There is no drop-off area on site for vehicles. There is insufficient parking. There are at least 10 portable buildings that were there for when we were track schools and overcrowded that should have been removed that haven't been. And specifically in the district's own report from last year, parking and playfields will be impacted with the new charter edition. The site may not be able to achieve district goals as the PE requirements are already deficient. This is from the district's own report. Because of all these deficiencies, and because we're in a densely populated neighborhood, and because it's an extremely park-poor neighborhood, Berendo was the only middle school chosen by LUSD facilities for the Prop 84 plan. This comes from 2 years. It's a labor of love amongst faculty, staff, parents, and all community stakeholders. This would give us the opportunity to do many of the things that Superintendent Daisy talked about earlier. All these improvements with new schools are part of this plan. And however, if you take and put a charter building right there, it makes it so we can't have a community center for the parents. It cuts into our parking, it cuts into our PE areas. You end up having a cascade effect where all these improvements that we want to make our school a greener school, a true community school, would be taken away. And in addition to that, by the time we're finally, as you were saying earlier, we're finally a traditional calendar school. We finally have some room, and now you want to make it a more crowded area. And why does it have to be Berendo? There are other schools that are less densely crowded and have more space, and our school deserves to be a true community school. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker.